What's up, you guys? You're watching The Buzz, and it's time for another rap party with me, your girl, Maddison Hill.
Where my party people at? Where my party people at? Where my party people at? Where my party people at?
Alright, we're kicking this party off and getting it started talking about the one and only Nikki Minaj because she shook her fans, aka the Barbs, this week when she announced that she is expecting her first child. Now, Nikki has laid a few hints down and made a few references here and there that she could possibly be expecting, but this week we finally got the confirmation we've all been looking for in the form of an over-the-top pregnancy photo shoot that, yes, was a little Beyonce-esque. Technically, she did do the Virgin Mary thing first, but I will say Nikki completely made it her own and somehow made it even more over the top. Now, we do need to address Nikki's husband, Kenneth Petty. There is a bit of a controversy with him because he does have a rough criminal past and he is technically a registered sex offender. However, he did do his time and clearly he's a changed man, or at least Nikki seems to think so, enough to marry him. And I will say, based on every photo and video I've seen of these two, he does seem very loyal to her. He does seem to treat her like the queen that she thinks she is. So I'm choosing to be happy about this. I'm choosing to be excited. I feel like we need some good news in 2020, so congrats to Nikki and Kenneth on expecting their first child. All right, moving right along to more good news coming from my girl, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift shook the Swifties. I actually feel like they are still freaking out when she announced that she is surprise dropping her 8th studio album. The album is going to be titled Folklore. It's going to include 16 tracks, plus a few extras on the deluxe editions. And to make this more interesting, Taylor wrote all of these songs and recorded all of these songs while in isolation. So, I don't know about you all, but Taylor is making me feel like I have not been doing anything during quarantine because she literally made an entire album. This is exactly the news I know all Taylor Swift fans have been looking for. I will say I feel like it's going to be a different sound for Taylor. I just am going on that based off of the album art, the fact it's titled Folklore. I think we're not gonna get that much pop. I think it's definitely gonna be a different vibe, but I'm pretty excited about it. I've been a Swiftie for a while and she's kept me hooked, so I'm excited to see what Taylor has for us. Moving right along, let's talk about Demi Lovato because she announced this week that she is engaged. WTF. After less than 4 months of dating her boyfriend, Max Eric. Now, if you don't recognize him, then you obviously don't watch soap operas. Right there with you. But he's a soap opera star. Him and Demi started dating right at the beginning of quarantine, and we all kind of thought it was a bit much that they were quarantining together, being in a relationship. But clearly, quarantine has done them well because they are now engaged. Like I said, after less than 4 months of dating. Demi posted a slew of engagement pictures on her Instagram with a very lovey PDA-filled caption. The caption reads, Max. I knew I loved you the moment I met you. It was something I can't describe to anyone who hasn't experienced it firsthand, but luckily you did too. I've never felt so unconditionally loved by someone in my life, other than my parents, flaws and all. You never pressure me to be anything other than myself and to make me want to be the best version of myself. I'm honored to accept your hand in marriage. I love you more than a caption could express, but I'm ecstatic to start a family and life with you. I love you forever, my baby. My partner, here's to our future. Okay, it's no secret Demi has had a bit of a rough past, but she is like a phoenix that always rises from the ashes. She is always able to make a comeback. And I will say I'm a little apprehensive because I feel like I'm getting Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson vibes, and typically young celebrities and quick engagements don't end up well, so I'm a little concerned for Demi, but if she's happy, we're gonna live in this moment and be happy with her. We just definitely need to keep an eye on the situation, and we definitely need new music if she's gonna be having this engagement. That's all I gotta say about that. Scooter Braun, get her to work. Okay, last stop on this party, we are talking about Addison Rae and Kourtney Kardashian, aka the weirdest celebrity friendship right now, in my opinion. So this week, Addison Rae sat down for an interview on the Tom Ward Show, and she opened up about her friendship with 41-year-old Kourtney Kardashian. So she told the story that essentially David Dobrik is the reason these two ladies came together. David called Addison. They ended up going to Kourtney's house one day to surprise Mason Disick because Mason was a fan of Addison's TikToks. Then Addison says she kind of just stuck around and her and Kourtney became friends. She said that they work out together. She also conveniently appeared in a workout video for Kourtney's YouTube channel. How funny how that works out. I think that this is the weirdest friendship ever. I know I've said that a bajillion times already, but I really can't emphasize it enough. I can see how some people feel like, oh, this is a really sweet mentor-mentee relationship. But in my opinion, I feel like Kourtney is one of the Sanderson sisters and Addison Rae is one of the young children. And Kourtney is just sucking the soul, sucking the young, sucking the fame out of Addison Rae to use to her benefit. I do not think that this is genuine. I think Kourtney sees Addison as just this young celeb who has all these followers, who is famous for being herself, something that I think Kourtney quite has never figured out. Yes, she's on a reality show, but I don't think she's ever found fame for just being who she is, because actually her sisters really give her a hard time for wanting to be famous for who she is. So for some reason, I just don't feel like this friendship is genuine, and I feel like Kourtney is using Addison for clout. But if you want to think it is, more power to you. I like to be naive and live in my naive bubble too sometimes. But that is all we have. The party is wrapping up. Let me know what you think about everything we talked about down there in the comments. For more stories and features, head on over to thebuzzallaccess.com. You can find me on Instagram at @IamMaddisonHill. Also, don't forget to look up my YouTube channel. And on that note, I'm Maddison Hill. You've just been buzzed.
Where my party people at? Where my party people at? Where my party people at?